Welcome back to day 2 of me building a dream hallway. Today we're saying goodbye to this very white room and smothering it in red paint. But first we're adding molding. After building that bench, I was like, no more woodworking for a while. So I found this floppy little adhesive molding instead. No tools required, you just stick it on like a sticker. I did use a laser level to make sure everything was nice and straight. In the end, I did Colca to give it a nice professional looking finish. And I'm very impressed. This went up in minutes and it looks so good. Then it was time for the paint selection from hell. After putting them on the walls, I was like, hey, but what about the banister? So I looked at my paints and I was like, all right, these contrast well. Let me try this one on the banister. And I just could not decide. I narrowed it down a little bit and then I put them in my Instagram story. This is how I test out paints, and I was like, it's gonna be between this one or this one. It felt very unsettling not having a solid plan, but I did go with the lighter paint first, figuring I could always go darker. This one is called Fading Twilight by Benjamin Moore. Painting inside the bench first also felt like a really safe option because if it's awful, it's inside the bench and no one will see it, but it also would give me a sense of what it was really looking like, which had me very cautiously optimistic. I was like, I think this is gonna look so good, so I started painting it on the walls, around the nook, and then even on the bench itself. I kept reminding myself, paint is paint. Repainting is so easy. If it doesn't work out, it's gonna be okay. Finally, I stepped back and it was pink. It is crazy how much lighting can change a paint color. So I went back to putting samples on the wall, and this one is definitely more of the vibe I'm going for. Tomorrow I'm gonna see if this new red paint is it, finish up all the painting, and risk my life to figure out that cove.